Bizarre Brain Comics. Well, hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. So this time we're going to have a look at something that I never kept up on, but was intriguing. This time we're going to take a look at Batman Beyond #1 from 2015. It's from DC Comics. And this issue was written by Dan Jurgens with art by Bernard Chang. And for those who may not know, Batman Beyond is an animated superhero TV series of a future version of Batman, and was a spin-off of Batman the Animated Series, and it was created by Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, and Alan Burnett. And this featured, and the show featured Terry McGinnis in the role of Batman, or I should say, as Batman Beyond. And this was for Warner Brothers Studios. It started in 1999, running for 3 seasons, totaling 52 episodes and a movie. Of course, that might be counted in among the episodes, I'm not sure. In comics, though, DC produced a tie-in comic series which lasted for 24 issues, running from 1999 to 2001. And plus a later series called Batman Unlimited. Then there was a Batman 2.0 in 2013. In 2015, had another Batman Beyond series published, in which Tim Drake, the Robin, and later Red Robin, was thrust into the future, taking the mantle of the Bat after the apparent death of Terry McGinnis. And this one ran for 16 issues. Now, I like this. I really like this cover, and like although it kind of ties into a variety of things. I think that's supposed to be Commandy, maybe. Could be because there's Ben Boxer, got some OMAC, and up here we have something from the Atomic Knights. So I suspect this is tying into a variety of alternate futures. And even this is supposed to be an alternate future. From what I understand, Terry McGinnis went back in time and to destroy Brother Eye for something that it was doing. It's a little Terminator-y, and he wound up apparently being killed in that. This is from a previous storyline prior to this issue. And then Tim Drake, he gave Terry McGinnis gave this cybernetically enhanced bat suit to Tim Drake, and was then thrust into the future and taking over the role of Batman Beyond. Of course, in the context of the story, they don't call him Batman Beyond, but that's to distinguish him from the original Batman. So let's have a look. It has some nice artwork, real nice artwork, pretty decent visual storytelling. I was intrigued. I never watched much of it at the time. I did like a few episodes of Batman Beyond, and I've got the Batman Beyond: The Return of the Joker movie on DVD. And I enjoyed that. And that actually has Tim Drake in it, so everything was. But here it is, some nice stuff. So and of course, it's not Gotham City; it's a Neo Gotham. And here's this super gigantic building is the Wayne Powers Complex for Deterrence. Don't know what that necessarily that is, but something's going on way up here in one of the floors of in the high tower, and you can't see these figures, but you can see one of the guards are laid out, and one of the figures is laid out here in a pool of blood and missing a head. And these other characters, they they see take the head and get the a retinal scan from him. From that head, the door opens. Then to access something, they use a severed hand from that same person, and it's going to open something. And apparently, I can't remember what they were going to set a bomb or device of some kind here. I think it was, and they are suddenly interrupted by, whoosh, Batman. What? Alive? Because so somehow they apparently knew he was supposed to be dead. And it's called Brave New Words, Part 1. And throwing the high-tech batarang, which takes out the one guy's gun. And his suit is, I guess, bulletproof. And so they're blasting away. And he punch, takes those guys out. And then the young lady, of course, they're like the Joker gang or something, because they've got the mask, clown makeup on, and she's panicking. And this is when I found either I walk out of here or with the veil, or I slag it. Oh, with the veil, that's a thing there. It was connected to Brother Eye in orbit, but Tim Drake as the Bats takes her out, not permanently, and it's supposed to, and he catches the thing that looks like kind of like Mother Box, and preventing the veil from going down. And the veil is something that is like a screen around Neo Gotham, which protects the city from the other weird stuff going on outside, which Tim doesn't know anything about, but he gets it back okay. And meanwhile, he is talking to Alfred, not the classic Alfred, but a computer program of Alfred, which is his guy in the chair, more or less. And it tells him where to go. Now he goes to an apartment, taps on the window, they open it up, and this is where a young lady who was a friend of Terry McGinnis's, named Nora. She had taken in Terry's little brother, Matt, and but I gather that they don't know that Terry is actually dead. He's reluctant to tell him that, and I think he's reluctant to tell him that he is from a different era, and probably a different timeline, and is trying to get information. This is how he finds out that basically there's like this protective shield over Neo Gotham, and the rest of the world is in total disarray after a cataclysm of some sort. So they find out for him to get some more information from some friends of Terry McGinnis's who happens to be they happen to be prisoners in the Lodge, which is a prison on Manhattan, apparently. This is something I haven't seen in a long time. Half page and then ads on the bottom page. Something they used to see in the 60s a lot. So he reconstitutes his suit and takes off for the location, still talking to Alfred, and of course, remember, this Batman can fly. Fly. And he zooms through the devastation of New York City, and here's you see this Statue of Liberty, and it's just like the Statue of Liberty in the very first sequence in the first issue of Commandy, and he finds the prison known as the Lodge, and he said, well, I can't tell who are the prisoners and who are the guards, and he tries to get in, but they've been detected, and some zam blast. He says, what's going on? What's going on? And it's Superman? Well, it's kind of a Superman cyborg, obviously controlled by Brother Eye, by the symbol on his shield on his chest. So he is Terminator Superman, and he is after Tim Drake, and goes blast, 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 chase, chase, chase. He looks like he's got him, and with some help from Alfred, the AI program in his suit, he causes a very powerful electrical feedback into the Batman cyborg. Boom, and he knocks him way away. But in the process, seems to have fried the bat suit, and the bat suit is then it's like I can't remember what they call it right now. Micro tech. I forgot. I can't think of the word. And so it's just all gone, and he's in his regular clothes underneath. And so he said, well, I got to get in there into the prison anyway. So he just rushes in and hoping to be mistaken, and the guards are robots, and says, prepare for processing. And he goes, and there's welcome, the lodge is all. His constant playing would be really droning voice. It's just kind of like a little brainwashing thing. And a cluster of them says, do you have food? He says, don't forget the food. The only thing that can help us is tech, if you have any. And some big goon snatches him, and some others cluster around him, says, then you get the words, Max, stop. And Max is the name of the person he was supposed to be looking for. Max Gibson, which makes me think of The Shadow, because it was Maxwell Gibson, was the pseudonym of the creator of The Shadow. And anyway, so it might be a little nod there. And then we see who it is sticking up for Tim Drake, and it's said, oh yeah, I know him, but you might more commonly know him. He was known back in the day as Red Robin. He goes, Barbara Gordon, and then dun dun dun. Next issue, The Happy Place. So what happens? What happens? Because I've got another issue from this series, but it's like a dozen issues farther down the road. So I have no idea what happens. Does Tim Drake settle things? Does he get back to his own time period and timeline? What? Who knows? Maybe you do if you've read them. And how much is there this blending of these timelines and various alternate futures, as hinted by the covers? If you know, let me know what's happened here in Batman Beyond. Now, so I want to thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you know of this Batman Beyond series. What you think of Batman Beyond as a concept. I think it's a cool costume design, and it was an interesting concept, and I enjoyed the animated series. I don't think I ever read any of the Batman Beyond comics from the time of the series. So, but if you have, let me know what you think of those. And remember, comics are art.